Hare Krishna. Although in the path of Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, one has to practice in a regulated way, in a regular way. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about being regular and being constant. What is the difference between the two? Somebody may say, I regularly come to your temple on Janmashtami day. Only once in a year he comes. That is also regularity. Or somebody may say, we visit the temple on every Ekadashi day, which is also good. But that regularity is not such a big regularity. Somebody may say, I daily chant 16 rounds. That is superior, certainly. This is how our spiritual life begins. Regular. And after we become regular, gradually, if a devotee is sincere and serious in practice, then the regular practice becomes constant practice. Tesham satata yuktanam vajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Arjuna, those who are always engaged in my devotional service, satata yuktanam, he says, and those who perform a devotional service with great affection, I personally give them the knowledge by which they can come back to me, he says. I give them that type of intelligence by which they will come back to me. Ananyachetaha satatam yomam smarati nityashaha tasyaham sulabha partha nityayuktasya yoginaha. How many times he says in this verse? Ananyachetaha satatam yomam smarati nityashaha tasyaham sulabha partha nityayuktasya nitya satata. How many times he says? You can see this. So how does our regular devotion service become constant devotional service? That is only possible if we start celebrating the Lord in our heart. What is the meaning of celebrating Him? Further, one has to contemplate and observe the Lord's greatness. Just like you see this temple where we are sitting in Kanpur, this is more than 100 crore temple. Similarly, Kargar, just now one temple opened, that is 200 crore temple. And in Pune, there is a temple close to 80 crore temple, NVCC. So, which personality has a house which is 200 crore, 100 crore, and that too in many, many places? You know, even crorepati people sometimes have 5 crore, 10 crore rupees worth house. Here you are finding somebody is having hundreds of crores of rupees worth temples in different parts of the world. And when Lord Krishna was personally present in Dwaraka, he had 16,108 palaces, and each palace was much more huge than this also. And he had 16,000 queens. And he kept all of them so happy. So now this is only one insignificant planet called Earth. Like that he has millions of universes. And that too they are all material. Anantakoti Brahmanda Nayak. But he has another world which is called spiritual world. There are Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrahma Sevyamanam, it is said. Thousands and thousands of Lakshmis are behind him to serve him, worship him, adore him. Prabhupada says, he is not after anybody, but everybody is after him, he is saying. Such opulences. So one should study in the 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, the palaces of Dwaraka, see his opulence. And this is only one of his opulences, which is wealth. Like that you can see his beauty, his wealth, his fame, his strength. Study every one of these opulences in detail in the scriptures. Then you will appreciate his how this personality is so great and adorable even by the greatest people. Gopis are singing the Gopi Gita, at the end of which they are saying one verse, my dear Lord Krishna, you are so charming and so attractive. Great kings who are ruling the whole world, they cast away their post and position as a king and they run to the forest searching after you. You are so beautiful, so attractive, so charming, they are saying. Big kings, they are not after the kingly post. They are becoming beggars to attain Krishna's lotus feet. So in this way, Rasika Shekara Krishna Parama Karuna Yayidu Hetu Haite Premara Vadgama. When one understands Krishna is not only the Paramatattva, he is Adi Purush. There is no one before him. There is no one equal to him. There is no one greater than him. And he is Sarva Shaktiman. He creates millions of universes in the material world and also millions of worlds in the spiritual world. And he is Akhil Rasamrita Murti. He is actually the reciprocator of love with every devotee in multiple rasas in the spiritual world, and he descends in this world also to display that beauty of his pastimes also. So, one has to consider these things seriously. Generally, why we have heard these things, why it doesn't touch our consciousness? Because we have propensity for sense gratification. Therefore, when one's propensity for sense gratification is great, then I, me, mine becomes all important. Then Krishna's information goes far away. Not interested in Krishna's opulences. We are interested to show what I am, how great I am. So when I becomes like Mount Everest, I am very important, then that Krishna's information doesn't reach our heart. So when a devotee acquires the quality of dainyam or humility, the more and more we are able to honestly feel in our heart that I am a very insignificant jiva. Sannyasi chitkana jiva, kiranakana sama, shadaishwarya purna krishna hoya suryopama. It says that even if you are a sannyasi, you are only a chitkana jiva, like a small particle of sun ray. Whereas Krishna is like a sun who is full of 6 opulences. Shadaishwarya purna krishna hoya suryopama. When we can see that Krishna is great, I am small. Right now, I is like a big circle and Krishna is a small circle. When we understand Krishna's greatness, Krishna is a big circle and I am a very insignificant circle. We can see like that. And then these opulences of Krishna attract us to him. So one becomes touched by him. Another thing is, when one discusses the qualities of the Lord, you will see when the Ramayana, Hanuman is sitting at the lotus feet of Mother Sita in the Ashoka Vatika. And she is telling him about Lord Rama's, how he dealt with his brothers, how he deals with his mothers, how he deals with Sita. Sita is telling all those things, her life in the palace. And then Hanuman is telling about after Rama came to forest beyond Panchavati, when he came to Kishkinda, he is telling about many more pastimes of Rama to Sita. And they are doing Gukhi Makyati Prichati. The more they talk about Rama, both are in tears, remembering Rama's sublime qualities. And hours and hours and hours pass. And then Sita is telling Hanuman, in your glorification of Rama, I am finding Rama's presence so prominently that even if Lord Rama doesn't come here to pick me up, I won't miss him. Because of your glorifying Rama so much, I am already feeling his presence and your speech is giving me life. Like that she is telling. Because I can feel his presence very strongly. So Hanuman, don't stop talking about Ram. Go on speaking. There is no need for you to go and bring Ram. You are talking about Ram itself is enough, she is saying. You keep on glorifying Ram like this. And then she is telling many pastimes she had with Rama also. And Hanuman hears it. So in this way, the Radhi potency, she reveals the sweetness and greatness of the Lord to the Jiva. And the Jiva has some understanding of the Lord already. He glorifies the Lord, and then Radhi potency becomes satisfied by that. In this way, there is a great revelation of Krishna's sweetness and greatness in the discussion between Hanuman and Sita. So, when one understands the sweetness and greatness of the Lord, one celebrates the Lord in the heart. When we are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, we are calling Radha's name, Krishna's name. Krishna's name, Radha's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So, when can you keep on calling a name of a person and dancing and singing unless you celebrate them in your heart? See, if a boy has attraction for a girl, he can know her name, he can talk about her, he can tell about her to hundreds of people because he loves her, correct now? In the same manner, when one develops a great affection, attraction for Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani, by knowing their personality, by knowing their nature, by knowing their greatness, by knowing their sweetness, then the chanting of the holy name is a great celebration. It's initially it's regular. Later on it will become constant. Because it's impossible to forget. Every moment, wherever you go, then all your activities like eating food, or doing some activity or taking bath, all these activities are going on the side. They are not very important. But the mind carries the divine couple constantly, wherever you go, wherever you walk. Even when you lie down, you remember them. Remember their sweetness. Even when you are walking, everywhere, it becomes a constant phenomenon. So when it becomes a constant phenomenon, it's a celebration. It's called Nityotsavam. Nityotsavam means Nityotsavam tatrapur drishbhik pribantyo. There's one verse, Naryo narashcha mudita kupita nimesha. What is that famous verse? Yasyananam makara kundala charukarna brajat kapola. Brajat kapola suvilasa vilasa hasam nityam nityotsavam. He's saying, see? Nityotsavam. So Nityotsavam means at every moment after moment there is a festival going on in the mind and heart of the devotee. Tadaiva ramyam ruchiram navam navam tadaiva shashvan manaso mahotsavam tadaiva shokarna vashoshanam vrinam yadottama shloka yashonu giyate. This is a glorification of Bhagavatam in Bhagavatam. It says, Tadaiva ramyam. Every shloka of Bhagavatam, every word is beautiful, it says. Ruchiram, very tasty. Navam navam, ever fresh. Tadaiva shashvan manaso maho. Shashvat means eternal. Tadaiva shashvan manaso mahotsavam. It's a celebration for the festival for the mind. When? Shashvat. Constant, it's a perpetual festival for the mind, he's saying. When you read the Srimad Bhagavatam shlokas and relish the meaning, it reminds you of the divine couple again and again. So, Tadaiva shashvan manaso mahotsavam Tadaiva shokarna vashoshanam vrinam. Even if there is an ocean of grief in your life, many problems come in your life, that gets evaporated. Just like in a hot tawa, if you sprinkle some water, it just immediately evaporates. Like that, all the sufferings are finished in the life of a devotee because devotee's mind and heart are celebrating the festival of remembering and relishing the Lord's beauty, sweetness, greatness, and His pastimes and everything. Yadottama shloka yashonu giyate. If one is singing those shlokas in glorification of the Supreme Lord. So, first we have to check, is my devotional service regular? And if it is regularly performed with attentiveness, care, and respect, then a stage will come and it will become constant. And when it turns from regularity to constant, it goes from aupcharik or official chanting of the holy name to a celebration. For example, think for a moment, somebody gives you gulab jamun, you are not going to officially eat it. Okay, Prabhu, I am supposed to eat gulab jamun, give me, I will take it. You won't eat like that. You will eat 4 gulab jamuns and ask, is it possible to get 4 more? Isn't it? So, similarly, there is an official performance of devotional service. Prabhupada says in Bhagavad Gita, don't become an official meditator. He writes in the Manmanabha Madbhakta purport. You will read that. Don't become an official meditator. So official meditator is superficial bhakti it is. It's not very deep. Yeah. What is the difference between official meditator and hearty meditator? Hearty meditator, for him, Krishna is right in the front, 24/7. Other things are in the side. Okay, we have to eat. Okay, we have to sleep. Okay, we have to do this. Whereas for official meditator, his own agenda is in the front. Where is Krishna? He is somewhere here, somewhere on the side. He is not in the front, not in the forefront. So when it goes from regularity to constancy, Krishna will come in the forefront. Krishna is everything for me. Like we say, no? Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Oh Krishna, you are my mother, you are my... That's why he said Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dana Pran. That's what Nityananda Prabhu preached also. Lord Chaitanya preached, Nityananda preached. So our movement teaches that bhakti which is constant, which is free from motivations, which has no interruption, which is pure love, and which is the ultimate last word in transcendence. Purpose is love is the last word in transcendence. At least we should be aware that this is a stage we are supposed to attain, so that we will not take the worldly, temporary glitter and glamour very seriously. Because this worldly glitter and glamour is here today, it will be gone tomorrow. Whereas Krishna's reality is, Krishna is eternally present. And our relationship with Krishna is imperishable relationship. So let us focus on the eternal and put aside the temporary, at least during the chanting of the holy name. In chanting of the holy name, we should know Krishna is eternal, I am eternal, my relationship with the divine couple is eternal. So they are present, I am present, and the relationship will never die, it will eternally exist. Whereas in this world, today, some years before I had a child's body, then I had a youth body, now I have old body, eventually this body will wither away. So why to focus on changing perishable commodities? Think of what is permanent, what is eternal. And then the chanting of the holy name will move from regularity to constancy. Harinam Prabhu ki. Let's offer our humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like desert trees, ocean of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Vaishnava Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki,